a lot happened. And this is what I went in for. Good morning from a very rainy Monday. Oh my god, cute. I've just seen someone's little bush outside their house and they've got like, it's like exposed branches at the bottom and they've got little like elephants and giraffes and stuff under it. I'm off to work in a coffee shop today and I've decided I'm getting a pumpkin spice latte because do you know what? The pumpkin spice latte is just the epitome of autumn, and today is the 1st of September, and in true 1st of September autumn style, it's absolutely chucking it down. Like, can you hear that? This has come out of nowhere, might I add, like absolutely nowhere. It was not raining about 2 minutes ago and now it's chucking it down. But I need to quickly drop off some Vinted parcels, so I'm going to do that with my giant umbrella over my head, and then I need to go drop off some Every parcels, and then I'm going to the coffee shop. Feels good to be cleared out though, so the clear out, the big declutter, the video is coming. I just haven't really finished the big declutter, so I want to make sure that I've got like everything in place. I've done the big like clean at the end and stuff and edited it all together, because it is a good, like, it's going to be a chunky video, so I want to make sure I've edited it properly. But I've got some bits in the boot that are going to a women's shelter, because one of my friend's mother-in-laws basically works for like a women's shelter place, so she is going to take a big chunk of stuff off my hands for that. And then I've also got bits that have gone to charity the other day. We put some stuff in the clothes bank that was just stuff that couldn't be sold or wouldn't be worn again, and basically we're just doing the biggest clear out of my entire life. Wow, this rain is out of nowhere. Like, I kid you not, it was sunny when I left the house, and I left the house like 5 minutes ago. What is happening? This has just come out of nowhere, and I sound so British moaning about the weather, but what is this? I was outside with the umbrella for 2 seconds and look at me. So we're gonna do this after, because no. Book update of the week, because I'm going to start making this a regular thing that we do. Every week we're going to check in and I'm going to talk about what I'm reading, what I finished, etc. Because I just finished Spark of the Everflame. I persisted, I did it, and I actually really liked it towards the end. So now I've got a bit of a dilemma. I rated it 4 stars. I kind of want to see what happens next, because it ends on, not a cliffhanger, but I would say it ends on a like, there's so many unanswered questions that I know that I need more answers to. And I know that reading the next one would be the logical like progression of my reading journey. However, I put myself on the book ban where I can't buy or rent or download Kindle Unlimited again until I've got through a significant amount of my stash. I'm at a bit of a stalemate, and I think it's going to go on my Christmas list, which, by the way, if you don't do this, this is a genius thing to do. I'm someone who never knows what I want as a present. So whenever it comes to like Christmas, birthdays, etc., I get asked what I want for, you know, by family members and whatever. I never know what to say, because I never know. Like, if I want something, I just buy it, or I add it to my like wish list and I, you know, get it for myself in the future, or I don't really buy that much anymore. Like, my dad this year was asking what I wanted, and I literally said to him, buy me an experience. Like, let's just do something fun, or like go out for dinner or something, because I just don't want any more stuff. Like, I'm actively decluttering my life. Like, I don't want more things. But what I've started doing is I've basically got a list of like present ideas somewhere in my notes. I don't know where it is right now, but somewhere in my notes, and I just add to it. So if I think of something that I want, like for example, if I run out of Lush bath bombs and I want maybe like a couple of bath bombs or bath salts, or for example, the Spark of the Everflame book 2 and 3, I can add that to the list. Like, all the little random things that I think of, like if I'm in my bedroom, I'm like, oh, I'd really like a new photo frame, adds to the list. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I just put on. So the things that aren't necessities but are things that I would like. So even down to things like, you know, new hoop earrings, because I have actually lost one on this ear. I keep forgetting to put another one in. But like a little hoop earring or something would be a good one. Oh, that's made my ear go black. I progressed on. So Spark of the Everflame got really, really good towards the end. Like I said, it finishes at a point where it's not a cliffhanger, but you're left wanting more answers. So really, really good. I think the characters and the plot really pulls together from about 250 pages in. I feel like there's a lot of world building and like story. I feel like fantasy, a lot of the time, there's a lot of wash in the middle. Like, they could probably cull from every single fantasy book a good chunk, but that's from someone who likes the story as opposed to like the constant world building, because I find sometimes the world building takes me a little bit longer. So I'll be reading it and then I'm just like rereading the same paragraph about 6 times to try and understand how it should look in my mind. Whereas with other books, obviously you kind of just make it up a little bit. However, that being said, ACOTAR, me and one of my best friends read it and we had a full-blown dinner where we talked about it for like 2.5 hours as if it was real, and the way that we pictured everything was exactly the same. So that was really good world building. Obviously, we're not downloading any more books. We're not getting anything new. We are just going through the stash. I have had this on my list of want to read for so flipping long that I decided to bite the bullet and give it a go. This is Psychotic Obsession by Lee Rivers, who is an incredible dark romance author. This one, trigger warnings, massive, massive, massive trigger warnings. This is the prequel to the Edge of Darkness series. I would recommend reading that first, and I've heard that that's the way around you should read it. So that story follows Stacey and Cade. Is it Cade? I want to say it's Cade. I might be wrong on that. But basically the most incredible series ever. I actually read that one. I finished the first or the second, I can't remember, when I was on a flight. The end was such a cliffhanger that I genuinely was so annoyed with myself that I couldn't finish this flipping book, like series. I wouldn't start something else, so I literally spent an hour of this flight annoying James. Got to the hotel, couldn't download it on the Wi-Fi because it wasn't good enough, and I was getting so annoyed because I just wanted to read, but I only wanted to finish that book. And I managed to get it, but I waited to do this one, and I don't know why I've waited. I should have just read it from the get-go, but I've started it last night and I'm already, I think, about like 55 in or something. That this basically follows the story of the parents, which is perfect in the sense of like when you read the other 3, the parents' story makes sense to be the follow-up. And it's basically like what happened way before they were born. So it kind of like gives you the backstory of the whole story that's referenced a lot throughout the series. I can't say too much about giving it away, but a lot happens with the dad and the mum. And supposedly the best way to do it is to read the 3 books first, because you feel one way about the dad to then feel a different way in the prequel. So I'm going to tuck into that in the bath and give myself like a nice 45-minute soak with an alarm like I always do, and pop in some kind of something. I think I've got some bath salts, so I'm going to try and find them, put those in, and then like a really nice oil, because I've still got that Olivum? Can't remember. I'll link it if you want the link, let me know. But it's like a really nice spa smelling, beautiful bath oil that I would actually recommend getting as a gift if you're thinking about something for a bath lover, because it smells divine. I'm going to get myself in the bath and I'm going to read my book. I've just been to Sainsbury's after a long run on the treadmill. My goodness, that was the sweatiest run I've done in ages, and the first time I've run on the treadmill in a really long time as well, because typically I don't love running on the treadmill. It's something that I only do when it rains or when it's really, 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 really cold outside and it just happens to be raining. So we went and did that one. I've also got a kink now around my hair, which is a bit annoying, but we're just going to pretend it's not there. I wanted to show you some bits that I just picked up because I had an idea for something this evening, and also I just needed to pick up something. I didn't need to pick it up. I wanted to pick up something from the shop. So, idea first, because the other thing's at the bottom of the bag. So, I was watching a vlog and someone was making like an apple pie, like yogurt bowl, and I was like, oh, what a dreamy idea. So, I've got some yogurt in the fridge, and I thought I'm going to put some apples, like 1 apple, I'm going to chop it into pieces, drizzle some honey on, drizzle some cinnamon on, or like sprinkle some cinnamon on, and basically put it in the air fryer for a couple of minutes to let it go all soft and gooey, and then pop it into yogurt, and then put a little bit of peanut butter, because I feel like that would be a 10 out of 10 snack. So I picked up the peanut butter that I love, which is the sweet and salty peanut butter with agave in it. So good, very expensive, stupidly expensive if I'm honest, but I just really fancied it. I don't know why I particularly needed it when I've got like a smooth and a crunchy in the cupboard, but we go through peanut butter quite quickly in this house. I basically have it as my like pre-run snack with rice cakes nearly all the time. And then I picked up the smooth almond butter. I went for the bigger one. This was £7. £7. But like I said, we go through nut butter quite a lot. We have it with apple, or I more so have it with apple, dates, on butter, on bread, on rice cakes, etc. It gets used quite quickly. And this one worked out per 100 grams, like 20p a 100 gram cheaper or something. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy the bigger one because I will get through it. So I got that. I got some Hex sausages, the little chicken ones, because I'm getting a bit bored of turkey bacon at the moment and we actually don't have any. So I thought that would be better for breakfast. And this is what I went in for. The Outpost cinnamon bun, well, cinnamon roll flavour made from oats and soya. Sounds dreamy. I'm going to have this tomorrow morning with a coffee in the coffee machine because I feel like this frothed up, because it's the barista one, will be so flipping good. And then they also had a caramel and I just have no self-control sometimes, so I got both. And I thought, do you know what, if that's my one little treat, then so be it. That can be my one little treat, because I don't get many treats at the moment. We're doing 75 hard, so that's my little goodness. And I'm trying really hard to make sure that the snacks I'm having at the moment are slightly healthier snacks, i.e. the apples and things that are good for your body instead of just going for like chocolate bars and stuff. So very excited by that situation. And dinner, I'm having some leftover salmon, which is great. So I've got leftover salmon from yesterday. I'm going to put some noodles and some teriyaki. Also, just thought I'd quickly show you these. This is the leftover little date. I like to think they look like little mud balls, but they're basically dates that are covered in dark chocolate. They're stuffed with peanut butter, covered in dark chocolate, and then I drizzle peanut butter over the top because it just, you know, adds a little bit of something else. And I made, I think, about 12 of them, and they've been going down a treat. I've had one nearly every single day. And they're just a nice little sweet treat when you want something sweet. I actually picked up these ones. Again, I don't know why I keep going to the bougie shops, but I picked up these ones in Waitrose, and it was about £6, I think, for the bag. They're just California medjool dates. Medjool dates are the best dates if you haven't tried them before. I tend to get the pitted ones that don't have like the seedy thing in the middle, but this time I picked up ones that did, and it wasn't that much of a faff to get them out, so I don't think it's that bad. Last thing I wanted to mention, I got this from Amazon. Basically, I keep chafing under my armpits. So like my armpit is here, and like this little bit here keeps chafing. I thought it was my running vest or my tops. It's not, it's too high. So it's basically just where my arm is swinging. With my natural deodorant, it's so good, but I think where it is quite dry, I think where my underarm's just rubbing like dry like that the whole day, and obviously you think when I'm running it's like a lot more, I think it's just creating a little bit more friction, and it really bloody hurts. So when I went for a run on the weekend with two friends, or well, I went with one friend and her friend, who I would now say is, you know, running with friends, great time. The girls recommended this, which is Body Glide. Basically says it's all day protection, effective for rubbing and friction. So it says it's good for like feet, between thighs, groins, bum, skin folds and creases, nipples, chest, shoulders, neck, underside of arms. Basically everywhere. And it says it also soothes, restores dried, cracked skin, gluten-free, vegan, hypoallergenic, children's safe. Never wet or oily, stays where needed, sweat and water resistant. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to see how we feel. It's basically like a little roll-on deodorant stick, I think. Never in my life did I think I'd need a chafy stick, but here we are. And I've been very humbled by the chafe. I luck out because I just don't seem to get it between my legs. I don't know why, because they do rub. I've just never had it. It's never something that's been a problem, but now I get it, so I needed to buy it. So we'll give it a go and I'll let you know. It only seems to be on long runs that it's a problem. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be like a problem for too long, because I've never had it before. Like the marathon, didn't get it on any of my other runs or anything. Like it's really weird, but I just hope it doesn't happen again, to be honest. It's the most infuriating thing. It's literally happened like 3 times in my entire running, but it just so happens that 2 of them were back to back, and I thought enough is enough. We need to get rid of this situation because I can't be dealing with chafe. It hurts. Let's give this cinnamon bun situation a go. I reckon it's going to taste delicious, and I'm very excited. Okay, let's do this. I hope it's like not too cinnamony though. You know, sometimes cinnamon can be quite overpowering. Oh, it smells good. The good thing is these are the barista ones, so they're dairy free. However, they foam up quite nicely. Gonna be quite a milky latte. Should we put some cinnamon on top? I feel like we need some cinnamon on top. I know what I'm like, and I always do far too much by accident, so let's just do a little. Do you know what? That is so... I think I'm smelling the cinnamon off of this, to be honest with you, but really subtle. So it's got the cinnamon flavour, but I would say that it's not like an overpowering, like really strong cinnamon flavour. It's not like when you put a syrup in and the syrup's like really overpowering. It just feels like you've put a little bit of cinnamon into the mix. Kind of like if you make a pumpkin spice latte at home and you just use, which actually we do quite a lot, we just use the mixed spice, which is like nutmeg and cinnamon and stuff. You put a tiny bit of that in when you're making the coffee, and then it basically just makes it into a pumpkin spice latte. But this is really good. So I'm gonna go drink this while I watch the summer item pretty, because it's Wednesday. I'm gonna do my makeup while I watch that. Oh my goodness, the best PR parcel just came. Well, actually 3 best PR parcels, so I'm going to show you. I did put them away, so we're going to just quickly get them out. Did also get this for race days, which is like little glittery freckles. I can't wear it on this race day because we've got wedding straight after, but I plan to wear it for the Great South Run because I think it'd be really cute. But I've got a couple of bits of PR that I wanted to share with you. First up, we've got some Clinique. This is the Black Honey, Pink Honey, Nude Honey, which is one of their viral lipsticks. Basically the best thing ever. So I'll show you what it looks like actually. I already have all 3 of these and I absolutely love them. So very grateful to have a top up because I know they're going to run out. They're just little tiny like mini ones, which I think are really handy to chuck in your bag. And then this is the Pink Honey one. So they're just like a gorgeous consistency. I would say they're very buttery, kind of lip balmy, and they build up really nicely, but they basically are the perfect shade. Black Honey went viral not too long ago because it was just the best thing ever. And then they also sent me these, which are new. So these are the Clinique Pop, but they're I can't say this ever, lip and cheek oils. I'm actually wearing the Black Honey one right now. I put it on in a TikTok video, which I'll share to my YouTube shorts if you're interested in it. But this is basically the same 3, but in the little lipstick one. So in my last week vlog and potentially the week before, I've actually been wearing the Pink Honey one quite often because it's just a beautiful shade. I absolutely love it. But now I've got all 3 and I've been loving the Nude Honey actually. Nude Honey's been a really, really good one. But the Black Honey is what I've got on now. And I feel like it's the perfect kind of dark nude, which looks really gorgeous. And then last but not least, oh no, not last but not least, I've got 2 more things to show you. I've got the Rare Beauty perfume, which by the way, it smells insane. I'm not the biggest fan of the bottle. I love the design of it. I just don't love the little like thing to tell you how to turn it on and off, but I guess that's the packaging. But it is quite cute. I just personally prefer bottles that are more tall rather than like shorter, but it is quite cute. So that one's the one I've been wearing the most. It smells kind of, I can't really smell it on my wrist at the moment. It smells kind of like caramelly. I would say it's a very good autumnal scent. Very good if you, I would say if you like YSL Libra, that kind of scent palette, I guess. Is that the word for it? I don't know, fragrance palette. I don't know what it's called. But it smells kind of that neck of the woods. So a little bit more kind of warm, vanilla-y, caramelly, as opposed to like quite bright florals. And then last but not least, we have the Wave Spray from Way. This is a brand that I rave about 24/7. I've actually got their oil right here, which I use every single day. I've just run out of another one and I'm already halfway down that. I blooming love it. But the Wave Spray, I'm excited to try. I feel like it's going to be a beachy spray where like you spray it and then it just texturizes. So I feel like the days when my hair needs a little bit of a refresh when I've left it naturally, that's going to come in so handy for just giving it a little bit more something. So very excited by that one. But I thought I would quickly share them before I go and sit on the sofa and oh God, I can't speak today. Crack on with editing the new look video that needs to go up today because I have not edited that yet and I've got about an hour and a half to do it. So we're going to sit down and crack on. James is on his way home and then we're going to be using this at-home cocktail machine that I've been sent and giving it a try. It's basically like, it kind of looks like an espresso machine. I'll show you later. But it comes with like little pods and the pods are the like, let me show you now actually. I've popped it here for now, but this is basically the Bartisan. I actually don't know how you say it. I need to find out. But this is basically a cocktail machine. So you put your spirits in the side. So we've got a whiskey, a tequila, a vodka, and a rum. That one's like a gin or rum, so it comes with another bottle. But you put them in these. They're quite nice and big, which is great if you're having a party. And then basically you just pop the pod in. I actually haven't used it yet to know how to do this, but you put the pod in, and then I'm assuming you like put it down. It's got the little screen. And then this little drawer has all of the pods in it. So we've got a bit of everything. We've got Uptown Rocks, Old Fashioned, Lemon Drops, lots of margarita, pomegranate margarita, whiskey sours, and hurricane. I feel like James is going to want this one. But they're quite handy because it tells you what to load. So it says like load tequila. And then they also sent over 2 glasses. So got that set up ready to go for some drinks. And then I'm doing it as a reel, but we also thought we'd use it as an excuse for date night. So I've laid the table ready for some fajitas because what could be better than margaritas and fajitas? Just going full Mexican this evening, you know? So I'm going to sit down and crack on with the edit, and then we're going to do that. no surprise to anyone, she's back working from the treadmill. I'm actually quite enjoying doing this. I know that it's not for everyone, but it feels quite nice to know that I'm getting steps in, and it might sound silly, but I feel more productive when I'm on this treadmill working than I do if I'm sat over there or if I'm on the sofa or whatever, because I feel like if I'm sat down, I've got more things that can distract me, whereas when I'm on this, all I've got is this. So it makes me feel a little bit more productive. And to be fair, I've done nothing all day. I've been like flitting around here and everywhere, and I thought I'm just going to get the treadmill out and we're just going to walk. And in the 23 minutes I've been on here, I've sorted an ad, I've sorted another ad, and I've started the edit of the weekly vlog. So I would say that's quite good going, to be honest.